Oh yeah, the Outcast, all the Outcasts from the three-ring circus, they're all back. We got Ramo back after missing our Halloween celebration.
That sucks. I'm sorry. Hey man, you guys caught me off guard. I was preoccupied.
Jerking off.
Hey, look, people of Southwest Florida needed their marijuana, and I'm responsible for that. So,
well, you're a good man for delivering people their medicine.
They got it.
You're still a jerk for missing the show.
Yeah,
well,
we like had to dress up.
I'm just playing, man.
But the people of Southwest Florida, after going through the hurricane, need their marijuana.
They do.
So
they
you,
do.
sir,
totally.
See,
Southwest Florida
10 gold stars.
I should have worn that shirt too. I thought about it. I forgot.
So how was everyone's Halloween? I will start with let's start with Ramo because we haven't seen you.
Ooh.
How was your Halloween? You have trick-or-treaters?
It was spooktacular. No, actually, out where I live, believe it or not, there's not very many kids that walk around. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that in my direct neighborhood, the only kids under 18 are my children and my next door neighbors. Their mom was somewhere else, so I'm pretty sure they were.
Sounds pretty boring. Let's move on. Never mind. Now, I'm sorry I asked.
Thank you.
Okay, TK.
We went somewhere else.
TK, how about you? How was your Halloween? Did you do anything exciting?
Halloween was good. No, I just stayed at the house and passed out candy. Got just the right amount of candy.
What was your favorite candy bar you handed out on?
Well, I didn't have much left. Only had 3 pieces left, but Reese's are my favorite.
Yes.
I had Reese's, the little Hershey's bars, the little Kit Kat singles, and also I had some of those little Dum Dum blow pops.
Do you like the white chocolate Reese's? You seem like a white chocolate kind of guy.
Why? No. No, I actually hate.
What are you saying, dude?
Why is
know,
that?
right?
You guys
That's
know what I'm
racist.
saying.
Holy
Gentry.
shit.
Gentry, you are the
These
whitest
little
person in the
innuendos.
room.
He's not even wearing his hood today.
Yeah. Oh, well, wait a
know,
minute.
right?
Hold on. Let me get it on here.
Wrong color.
All right. No, actually, I don't like white chocolate. I'm not into it.
Because have you seen the Reese's with the
do like
white
dark
chocolate?
I have, and I'm not a fan.
I haven't seen it.
Or white pizza. I don't really like
No, I
white
don't
pizza.
Yeah,
either.
no, come on. Leave pizza alone.
Leave it be.
You want to put some toppings on it?
Tell
All
my
right,
wife
whatever.
that she loves that shit.
White pizza.
What about
chicks
you?
do. What about you,
I loves it.
Memphis? How was your Halloween, Memphis? I see you're wearing orange once again. Congratulations as we continue to follow the Vols.
Thank you. Yes.
They
yes,
could win it all this year.
Are we following
We got
them?
a shot.
Really? Nah.
Y'all better get goddamn following and shit.
It's too early in the
We're
season.
clapping
It's
like he's
not
actually
early in the
playing in the games and shit.
Crazy.
It's not early in the season.
Watch.
We're
Watch.
8-0 right now. This is
All right.
crazy.
All right.
We
Big game this weekend, though.
Yeah,
Against who?
We play Georgia Saturday.
Number 1 against number 2.
Yeah, we're
losing.
number 2. They're number 1, but we're number 1 in
does
the
number 2
college
work
football playoff.
I don't know. Don't look
Polls
at where you
came out.
playing?
We play them down in Athens.
Ooh.
Between the hedges, as
Between
they
the
say.
hedges.
Ooh.
We beaten them many a times down there.
Ooh.
Well, how was your Halloween? We'll get to the football.
Oh.
What happened on Halloween?
So y'all know this was the first year I decided to partake into Halloween.
What
I
are you,
don't really
Jehovah's
do that.
Witness?
No, I just don't do that shit.
Yeah, he
man.
don't celebrate
I don't
anything
do it.
other than women. He
Yeah,
likes
Jehovah's
celebrating
Witness.
Well, yeah. What the fuck?
them. Okay, so you handed out
anyway.
candy.
It's not like you it's not like you celebrate Halloween. What you do is Halloween is for the jits, the little kids. If you
It
don't know what a
is.
jit is.
And Benji
it's
had
for the
fun.
kids. So you just give them candy because it's the one night of the year the little kids get to be their superhero, whoever they want to be, and their parents don't totally control everything they do, and they get to go out after dark, and everybody plays along, and the
Depends
whole
on how old you
neighborhood's in.
are.
It's a community thing.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
I walked
like
around
that.
with Ben.
But
enjoyed it.
so with me, so I gotta go out and buy like all this candy and crap because I've never
bring
done
any?
this. No, I didn't.
You
Sorry,
never bought candy for Halloween? Memphis?
No, man,
You're
I
really
don't-
not
I don't-
living, I
He's
guess.
a Jehovah's
man.
Witness.
I
He
don't
can't.
Tell 'em
Is
what
he
you
a
got.
I'm
Jehovah's
not a
Witness?
Jehovah's
He is.
Witness. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness.
You just said you were.
No, I did not.
He's a Jehovah's
he got
Witness.
him something else.
I am a awesome person. That's what I am.
Jehovah's
But anyway,
Witness, right.
Did you have a lot of trick-or-treaters?
Man, so I didn't realize that my neighborhood is where everybody comes to bring their kids to trick or treat.
Really?
Literally, man. People came all the way from St. Carlos Park and Estero
So you
and
live
Carolina, all
you
down
must
in
live in
Bonita.
a well-to-do
And
neighborhood.
so-
Yeah?
Yeah, we
All right.
tucked. We good. We tucked away. So
Nice.
I buy all this candy. I'm in freaking Target, and I got this buggy. I'm just putting all this candy, and people looking at me like, "Why this dude looking all weird with candy and shit?" I'm like,
Why did you look
Why
weird?
is he
with the candy?
masturbating?
because like ain't.
Why are you
haven't done it
cursing at us,
before.
dog?
You really think people were looking at you and being like, "Wow, this
Literally,
guy
yeah,
looks like
people-
he's never bought
Come on,
candy"?
okay.
People were literally looking at me because I caught them looking, and they look at me and they try to do the old
Have
quick
you
away.
have you not heard a story from Memphis already? Come on.
Were you
Of course
paranoid?
they were looking at him.
Were you on a 50?
No, he's a freaking god over here. You kidding?
Oh, everyone was
Yeah.
staring.
I
at
was not on
Yes.
on a 50. I was on a 10 yesterday, but I feel great. But that has nothing to do with any of that. See, y'all, fuck y'all, you assholes.
So did you enjoy it? Did you popping your Halloween candy cherry? Did you have
I
fun?
did.
I love it.
I did. I had fun, man. I gave out
Good.
candy
Yeah,
and,
of course, man.
chips
It's a
and
good time.
oh, this one little boy told me I had put out. So I bought a pack of corn nuts, right? I figured, right?
It was the
So I
corn
put
boy.
I
Corn
put
nuts. That's
corn-
trash.
Corn nuts are
No
a
kid,
big thing.
no kid wants corn nuts for Halloween.
Wrong.
Apparently in his
Because- wrong.
neighborhood they do.
This little dude,
According to his thread.
no, this kid looked me square in the face and said, "You are a good man for putting these corn nuts out," and took 3 bags and proceeded to walk down my driveway. And I was like, "That little boy gonna go places. He knows about corn nuts.
The tooth chippers.
It's called.
They're not too unless you got brittle teeth or something. I don't
I
know.
do.
Did-
Oh,
Extremely
it's
bad.
cone.
Did any of them give you a stank face though? Like what?
No,
is
it was
this?
a lot of hot moms out though.
Was it?
Yeah, but then my wife is standing right there and she's looking at them bitches like, "Bitch, don't be eyeing up my husband now, because he out here being
I see you over
friendly."
here.
and
I told
shit."
you.
I see you want to roll up here in your skanky witch costume.
And there was
You
a
better
lot,
just stay out
and
there
there's
by
a
the
lot
road.
of them in my neighborhood. I didn't realize that. And I'm
hilarious.
like, God damn, there's a lot of nice women
You
looking.
seen some naughty nurses? You seen some
I saw-
schoolgirls? Or what'd
yeah.
you see?
No, I saw
Your
a
wife
little
should have
bit
been
of-
yelling at you.
She wasn't yet. No, she just cut her eyes at a couple of them.
They're gonna see you. They're gonna be like, I ate some of your corn nuts.
that little boy, little mom. Knock it off.
He's such a dick.
Nah.
For Halloween, I
Took all
went
my
to
kids' corn nuts away.
He's such an asshole.
for
You know what? I can do that.
dick?
Memphis is corn nuts. I love that TK.
You're going to
be a
jail.
small meal.
She's 12, motherfucker.
That's
I
fucked
liked
up,
your
Rainbow.
Sorry,
All right.
they're a bit small.
You guys are. I'm glad I was here last week, man. You guys are terrible.
TK is having too much fun. It's
He
time
is.
to.
I think he had a 50.
It's time to move on
He
to
might
our
have,
next
I mean,
topic,
shit. What's our next
which
topic?
is about TK. Actually,
Uh-oh, what's going on,
Oh,
TK?
man.
Now the crying goes from good
There
to
you go.
bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Laugh now, cry later.
He's gonna lay down on the fucking couch right there. He's sitting on. This
let's
is
transition into what's going
shit,
on
What's
in
going on, TK?
TomKat's
Please
life.
do.
So
Please
what?
do.
All right, let's
This is
talk
what
about-
I found out, and I'll let TomKat elaborate.
God.
But he comes to me and he says, you know, he lost some money out there at the beach. He used to DJ and make money at the Lani Kai, so he's trying to get his income up. Him and his old lady are having a chat, and she proposes to him, "What if I start an OnlyFans?" But she only wants to show her feet. Or she, TK, please enlighten us on this crossroad in your relationship.
So my lady and I, we got into a bit of a discussion / kind of an argument about. She said she's like kind of half jokingly, of course, half serious. I'll start an OnlyFans. She's getting a new car. Of course, she makes good money, but
Sure.
you can always use extra money right now. Everything's getting more expensive. So
Most
she's like,
definitely.
I'll start an OnlyFans for my feet. And and then she was like, you guys can do this as a topic on the show and ask them, would they be okay with their significant other doing an OnlyFans if it was just something that was a non-sexual part? And this is what I said to her. I said I wasn't cool with it because it always leads to more, for one thing, and it always leads to lying, right? And then we started to argue about it, and then one of the first things she said was, well, I just won't tell you about it. Boom.
Oh.
You're already at lying.
Oh, man.
Immediately. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like it. That's my view on it. What's your view on it?
Memphis, what do you think? Would you be upset now if she's only going to show her feet? So you never see her face. It could be completely anonymous unless you had like a special mark on your feet and people could be like, oh,
And
that must be TK TomKat's old lady's
the
feet.
foot lady, she just shows her feet and nothing else, and it never goes past that ever.
If it was
Come
just
on.
if it was just the feet,
Come
Memphis,
on.
would you be okay? Or even if your old lady wanted to show a little more, would you be okay with your wife getting involved in something like that?
No, I don't think I could be down with that because
Exactly.
and I'm a realist first because I'm looking at it from all different angles, and I'm like, well, I can see it's a lot of freaky motherfuckers out here that would pay top dollar to see her feet. But then I gotta think, we going on this crazy vacation, which is dope, but it's paid off by motherfuckers jacking off for my wife's feet. So I feel kind of weird, but then kind of like kind of weird, man. Like I'm kind of weird, like that we got paid off every goddamn thing because of her feet.
Like they're jacking off right now while we're on vacation.
You know, but I mean, but if it was just the feet, I'm cool with that because I'm gonna be in control of that.
But how do you know which one of your friends is looking at your girlfriend's feet? So your one buddy, he could be a really good friend of yours, and then he's like, man, I'd be
because I'm telling you how I would know because I would be in control of that.
You'd be like her pimp. You'd be her foot pimp.
Well, she is my wife. I mean, come on. Sometimes she pimp me. But what I'm saying is because in order for me to agree with that, I have to be in control of that situation.
See, I think it's
so
that's
I'll
trouble
have to control
right away.
that.
What about you, Ramo?
The whole reason she's doing it is
let's get to Ramo. Let's get to Ramo. What do you think?
You know, I something like that obviously can be situational. You know, obviously you have concerns about that. But I mean, when she approaches you with that conversation, why not try to like come to her with an alternative? Like perhaps like she loves working out. Why not get her YouTube channel going of her like doing different exercises and things?
You can't make that kind of money, Ramo. We're talking about real money here. You know, this
because she's gonna need
workout.
A lot of views
not to say that she couldn't make money on a workout.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
But I hear that it's very lucrative to take pictures of your feet.
I'm sure
very easy. That's
a
quick. That's a one quick shot. You multiply. I mean, I'm just talking numbers here, Ramo.
Maybe, but think of all the people that actually do it as opposed to people that really make that much amount of money off of it. I'm pretty sure it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure it's a dime a dozen. Like,
we have a list of the top 10
earners on OnlyFans. I do have the list.
I'll tell you what, I would say this much. Like I said, I would have to be in control of that situation, but you better damn well should, because the competitive guy I am, if they was like an awards or like a top 10 or some shit, I want to be I want my wife's feet to be number goddamn
YouTube
one.
Channels and stuff though.
She gonna be number goddamn one on her feet on goddamn OnlyFans because I'm controlling that shit. She gonna get foot rubs and all the good oils and shit. Oh, she be straight. She be happy as a motherfucker.
I don't like it.
She gonna see this. She be like, "Oh, you should do that shit now, motherfucker."
And I did, and that is a good commentary, Ramo, because I did offer her another thing. I said I actually offered her a podcast.
Don't sell it like that.
What?
Do not sell it like that. I'll offer you something like
offer
just
a better idea. A better idea.
Or just, suggest it. Don't.
I say, look, as you know, I said what I said and couldn't have said it any other way, like the Matrix.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
It's just the way it happens.
No, definitely. I mean, we're guys. We have ways of.
Yeah, it just came out the way it came out.
I'm sure.
TomKat, aren't you at least a little bit curious to see how much she could make?
No.
Like what happens? Like all of a sudden, what if I told you? And I don't know if this is true or not, but what if she took 2 or 3 pictures of her feet during the week and she posted them on some site, and all of a sudden she's making $10,000 a month?
No,
you wouldn't be at that point. You're still not changing.
No, because I got.
Is there any amount of money?
I think that's a kind of little bit selfish too, though. At that point, TK, because
maybe it is.
Because I mean, it's just you two and
you said no.
No,
too.
that's not you two.
No, you also said no.
He didn't say no. He just said he wanted to be involved.
I said I would if I
he wanted to be in charge.
He wanted to be way worse.
In order for me to say yes, I have to be in control of that,
which is way worse.
Motherfucker, I would show pictures of my feet now if that was a thing. If women are into men's feet, motherfucker, you goddamn right.
I'm pretty sure that's not a thing, bro.
But hold on, if it was, and I tell my wife, babe, check this out. You know, there are women that get off on looking at my feet, and she'd be like, "What do you mean?" And I would tell her about it, and I'd be like, "Look, what do you think? You know, and then she be like, if motherfuckers, because I know my wife, she be like, if them motherfuckers paying you for it, them motherfuckers paying, then you could buy me that one. Because my wife, she like, you can buy me that fucking Gucci bag. Or
I just think it goes further. It just goes further. It's just an open door to next thing you know, fucking.
Yeah, send me a picture of your thumbs.
Because these people offer tips, like thousands of dollar tips. So you're, boom, the next thing you know, she's on there with her foot picture that's getting $5, $10. Then here comes Schlong McGee, and he's like, $150 or $10,000 to show me a picture of your hoo-ha. And she's just like, damn, $10,000. Oh, days go by. And here he is in the DMs again, $20,000 for a picture of your hoo-ha. And that's the way it works.
What if you had, TK, what if you had like this amazing body, chest and arms, you know, like you did when you were young, TK?
Sure.
I seen you with your church.
I do.
What if you could like go out on Saturday nights and be some kind of like dancer or something? You're not touching.
I'm shredded under
But you're shredded, and you could go out and dance in a cage at some bar or something and make some money. Do you think she would have a problem if you did that?
No, she does have a one up with me. She can give me crap because I used to host these booty shake contests out at the beach all the time, which was pretty gnarly. And she was always cool about that. And when we went to the big Shack shows, which are, you know, a lot of times we had to go to big shows, she was always cool about that. But I just find this to be seedy. It's a turn off to me, for one thing. It's a turn off.
No, I get it.
I find it to be gross.
Are you talking about her feet, or are you talking about what are you talking about?
I just see it.
What a jackass!
That's hilarious.
Dick day or something? Yeah.
Hilarious. Both. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, freaking
I'm in
asshole.
trouble. Now I'm in trouble, Gentry.
Yeah, you in trouble now.
Man,
you let them set you up like that.
That's a road I'd hate to have to fucking travel.
I do have the list though. Let's see how much these women make on OnlyFans.
I'm curious.
Talk to me.
Number 10 is Jim Wolfe. She's making $900K a month. She's a social
Showing her
media.
pussy?
Well, I don't know what she shows, but she's on there. You don't have to show your hoo-ha.
Well.
I was out the other night down where you
fast.
DJ, actually, Ramo. I was at the club where you weren't DJing that night, but I was at that club.
Chuck E. Cheese.
And this girl that we were with, she was bragging about how much money she was making on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And what else was she doing?
And then I looked over and I saw where she was showing a guy and a girl her OnlyFans, and the only way I knew it was hers is because she had a distinctive tattoo on her hand. And so I saw that same hand in the picture looking at that.
You know,
so I was just like, whoa, this girl is on OnlyFans, and I just glanced over and I got a look at the carpet.
So let me get this straight. You guys are all sitting in a little area, and she's got her phone out, and she's on OnlyFans, and she's just showing people casually her geesh.
Yes. Some guy and some girl that they're friends. They're her friends.
Would you like to see the inside of my body?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think she was marketing at that point. She's trying to get more people to sign up.
I'm just kidding. Of course I do. No.
So I guess people are doing it, and number 10 on the list is Jim Wolfe, and she's making $900K. Then we've got Megan Barton Hansen.
Barton, they call her. She doesn't do a lot of.
She charges $24.99 a month.
On TikTok.
Okay.
$24.99 a month, and she's got 1.7 million followers. That's a whopping 1.06 mil.
Nice.
Then you have a dude actually at number 8.
Sure.
Safari Samuels.
Safari.
He's a rapper, television personality, and a businessman.
That was Nicki Minaj's old boyfriend.
You know who that is?
Yeah, I know Safari.
He wanted a piece of him.
He's making $1.9 million. So it's not just chicks cashing in.
It's a lot of money.
Anybody can do it.
Well, yeah, but he's known.
I don't know that anybody can do it.
All of these people, go ahead with the list, are famous. Let me just say, pretty much.
I haven't heard of any of the people so far.
Okay,
I have no idea who Jim Wolfe is. I have no idea who Megan Barton is. I don't know who these people are.
He said it's probably a porn star.
All right, next on the list is Pia Mia, P-I-A-M-I-A.
You know who that is?
Yeah, Pia Mia.
Aha.
She's a little.
She has 6.2 million OnlyFans, and she only charges $10 a month to see her OnlyFans, but she's raking in 2.2 million.
She's smart. She's in for the quantity, not the quality.
Right. Next, we have 6 on the list of OnlyFans' highest earners, Erica Mina. She's making
Erica Mena.
She's making $4.49 million.
I bet.
It's a lot.
She was on Love and Hip Hop,
Yep.
and she's a prominent person on social media, I guess.
See? So as you can see, these are people that people have a lot of people see, and they all go, I want to see that person's junk.
All right,
and
number
then
5.
They pay $10 to go on there.
Mia Khalifa. She's
Yes.
making
Khalifa.
Oh my God.
$6.42 million.
I'll follow her
How's she
anywhere.
on goddamn on
I don't mean that.
OnlyFans and carrying on when
She's hot though. She's a cute little girl.
When she, no, I mean, I'm not saying she's not. She's very attractive, but I'm saying she was mad because everybody know because she was a porn star, and she was like totally anti, like trying to distance.
I don't know
herself
if
from
she
it.
was necessarily a porn star. She
was
was featured on Bang Bros a couple times. I don't know if she ever really did any movies. Like, I don't know.
What is Bang? What
I-
is Bang Bros? What is
No,
that?
don't act like you don't know what
Yeah,
Bang Bros
yeah, shut the
is.
fuck up. We've
Fuck
all
outta
seen
here.
those
You know
videos.
what?
Some
Why,
guys
I
out
don't
of
know why
Miami.
we can't be getting a hold of his ass because he be working for Bang Bros.
I
And
do.
shit.
What
I
is
do.
I
what
knew
is
it,
Bang
Ramo.
Bros?
You
I
know
don't know
me
what
if
it
What
is.
is
you saw
Bang-
my
We're not
penis.
gonna- Don't listen to him asking what is Bang
I
Bros.
don't know what
Don't
Bang
listen,
fucking
man.
Bros is. It sounds like a gay site.
Yeah,
Bang
yeah.
Bros?
You would.
You would say that.
Yeah, he would.
It's
say
not
that.
a. It's not
No,
a gay
it's-
site.
it's
a
just
porn site.
It was. It's
Porn
not
site.
really.
Like
It's
one
like
of the
it's-
original like
Are they on their fucking?
brands.
Kind of,
for
yeah.
porn.
It was a bunch of guys that would down in Miami. I think they would go around like sometimes in vehicles or whatever, and like I'm sure this was all like acted out and pretend they would like just pick up random chicks and bang them in the back of vans and shit like that, like making it seem like real seedy and crazy, like
Like they
just
really
one night
picked up some
stand
rando
hookups.
chick.
Sure, and they
Like
just
Girls
you know
Gone
they came
Wild
as the
type
Bang
shit?
Bros. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
they was fucking.
All
That's
right.
They
porn.
probably knew.
That's
Yeah, of
porn.
course.
Yes, it's porn.
I asked him, is it porn? He's like, no.
It's porn.
No, it's hilarious.
That would
he
be a
said
good
'cause it's
parody
like one
to
of
It's
the
Porn.
most well
It's
known.
porn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're right. It's porn.
Yeah, but I mean, those were just like
It's got the
Oh,
juices.
It is.
Can we remake that song? Can that be our first remake?
That's gonna be the remake we're gonna
That'd
do.
be dope.
It's porn.
It's
It's
porn.
got
porn.
the juice.
It's got the juices.
I like it.
So Mia Khalifa
So
is
Mia
number
Khalifa.
5.
She's
All right.
6.4 million a month.
Okay.
Next
She's hot.
is a guy we all know. Tyga is next on the list at number
Okay.
4.
A
He's
rapper.
a fucking pedophile.
He likes to film women,
Yeah.
I think, a lot. So I could see that you would tune into his
He's a
OnlyFans
fucking
to see
pedophile.
Yeah,
all
I
the
don't
women
think
he
they allow
parties.
Does he bang-
pedophilia.
does he
No,
like-
he
you
was
think he
smashing
bangs
that.
him?
He was smashing that little Jenner girl when she was underage.
How was she?
If Michael Jackson was around, would he
no-
still be at the top of the list there?
No,
Would he be on OnlyFans?
Who?
I
Michael
doubt he would
Jackson.
be on OnlyFans.
I don't think Michael Jackson would be on
No.
OnlyFans.
No. But Tyga is, and he's number 4 on the list, and he's estimated monthly earnings is $7.69 million.
That's more than he makes making music.
Yeah,
All right, now we're up to the top 3. Now, what if your old lady could make this kind of money off of her feet like Cardi B does off of her ass? $9.4 million every month. Her subscription fee is only $4.99 a month. You can
She's
sign
a
up to
discount. She's like Walmart and shit.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's
she
discounted,
is.
but she's wholesale.
Yeah, but you,
know,
can
that's
see that
wholesale.
ass anywhere though. Really.
You can see that
You
whole
can just-
ass on sale right now.
you can just
Nice.
Google past
She
tense
does got a
shit
nice
of her.
ass. She got a nice booty.
It
Cardi?
ain't real though.
It ain't.
I didn't
know.
say anything.
I don't
I
know.
mean, if her ass is real, that's
I
I,
don't
mean
know.
that's a major ass.
I don't think it's a
And-
real ass.
I
I don't know.
think so either.
I don't
but
know.
Now, what
I mean,
exactly
but
do
Cardi,
they
she's
put
attractive,
inside
though.
those fake asses?
The same thing they put in the boobs, I think.
Oh.
It's like the
Silicone?
silicone.
I don't know. Fix it flat. for
That would be
some-
weird
That's
sitting on
fucked
that.
up.
You know, you'd be
Don't
like
do that
sliding
shit,
around
ladies.
on
Don't
a
do that
ball
shit.
and-
Motherfuckers die because of that shit.
We're up to the top 2.
All
Do you
right.
guys have any idea who's next on the list?
I'm gonna
Taylor
go-
Swift.
Taylor
Taylor, I don't
Swift.
think Taylor Swift's on
That's a good
OnlyFans.
one.
No, she
She'd be
doesn't
number
even.
one if she was on there now.
Wait,
You think?
why not Taylor Swift
Yeah.
on
With
OnlyFans?
pedophiles.
With pedophiles.
Why do we keep
She's like
mentioning
50.
pedophiles?
That bitch is 50.
Yeah, but she's shaped like a 12-year-old boy.
Number 2 on the
Y'all
list.
about to get us heat for fucking Taylor Swift.
What are they called?
Y'all about to get us
What
some
are they
fucking
called?
heat. The Swifties,
The
I think.
Swifties.
Y'all about to get us
I
some
was only
shit
kidding.
now.
She's an amazing talent.
Oh,
Obviously.
you already
I
said what you said.
I
She's
like
very
Taylor
talented.
Swift.
Yeah, me too.
I'll smash Taylor Swift. She can
Dude,
get
you'll
it.
smash
Yeah, she's
freaking
hot.
this
She's hot.
goddamn
Tell us who you won't smash.
camera stand over here. Thank you.
Peggy
You're disgusting.
Bundy,
Okay.
Yes, you would.
You would have back in the
Peggy
day.
Fuck,
Bundy.
he'd do it right now. He's a liar.
Nancy Reagan.
Those people are dead.
Actually, no, I heard a story
He's
about Nancy
mentioned that.
Reagan.
He's-
So I
see,
young
see.
Nancy Reagan, maybe.
Nancy Reagan. You got
Okay.
to think about Nancy Reagan.
Pathetic.
Back
That's
in the
pretty
day,
young.
young Nancy Reagan.
Moving right along.
Let's go on to number 2 on the list. Bella Thorne. She
Who?
makes $11 million a month, according to this article.
Damn.
$11 million a month, and her subscription fee is free. But I guess she sells advertisements.
Who is Bella Thorne though?
She must got a
Bella Thorne has
Okay.
has an OnlyFans, and she gets nude on there. It says here on the internet.
see.
But who
must
is
be-
she? I don't know. Who
She
she
posts her
must be hot.
music videos as well.
Who the hell is she though?
You don't know who Bella Thorne is?
No.
Redhead. Look her up.
Somebody super hot, I would imagine.
She was on like some Disney shows, I think, when she was younger, and she's been in some movies. And number one,
Bella Thorne.
biggest earner on OnlyFans. This could be TK's old lady if TK would just sign off. Black China, an estimated
way.
monthly
I bet.
earning of
That's what I
20
said.
million. 20 million
No
for
way.
Black China.
That's what
What
I
does
said.
she do?
Ugh.
Like
Exactly. Well, not
soft
I'm not
porn?
like,
What the
but,
hell?
Ugh.
But how does she get to number one as far as like?
She
Because-
must do some show
Because
some pretty.
Well, you know, she had a baby by that Kardashian boy,
So I mean,
and then
yeah,
and they had this fucking show. They had all kind of bullshit.
but what
They-
do they do? What do you do
They
on
none of them do.
OnlyFans
She was a
outside
stripper.
of?
What do you do?
They don't do shit. They just
You know what,
What
they
do you
do?
think?
how
That's what I'm
fucked up-
What do you
saying.
think
They
they do?
masturbate.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I have a friend of mine, same friend
This
that
whole
took
show,
me out,
the show's gonna be called masturbation.
and he told me that he went out with a girl, or he met her at a bar. She told him she was on OnlyFans. She went back to his house. She asked. He said he was drunk. He ended up going ahead with it. But she filmed her doing the oral on him, and she put it on her OnlyFans.
Nice.
And he met this random. I mean, that's not nice. I don't think it is. I wouldn't want some video of me with my junk out there. Maybe he has impressive junk, though.
Does
you
it?
know?
Is it? Can you
Well,
see his
sure,
face? Can you
of
see
course.
his face though?
He said
You'd have
he
to
said he
be.
didn't want his face on there, but
Right.
She wouldn't put it on there if his junk wasn't
well, here's the
impressive.
problem I have with it.
So these girls are just probably hooking up with random dudes, and then they just put the camera on the side. You know, they
That's exactly what
and
they
they
do.
and they film a little bit
And
of
they
it,
put
and
it on
then
their
they put it on the
OnlyFans.
internet. They
Right.
put it on
But you know
OnlyFans.
what?
I'm at Blue Martini on
Yep.
Friday
Hold
night.
on.
That's at the Mercado in Naples, Florida.
so
And-
you,
No, here's the problem I have with it. These dudes letting that shit happen and they ain't getting paid.
well, yeah, that's what sucks about it. It's like,
Like, listen.
they're shooting gorilla style porn. These bitches, so they're getting laid and they're shooting gorilla porn, and then it's linking to their OnlyFans account, and they get paid, and you get squat. That's my dong on there, bitch. I want some motherfucking credits.
That's my penis right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, there has to be. There needs to be the way that YouTube finds songs. There needs to be like some app that detects penises and the shape of them, and immediately sends the funds to that dude's account from all these scandalous bitches that are filming themselves sucking dicks all around, and then not giving the dudes the money. Hey, that dude deserves a cut.
What I mean,
I don't
is
disagree
it
with that.
your cut like shooting her little freaking dangling thing in the back of her neck with
No
fun stuff?
that's-
No.
You don't
No,
you don't
you gotta
enjoy
get-
that?
It's
You
like
gotta-
bling,
want-
bling, bling,
you need
bling, bling,
residuals
bling,
on the
bling.
back end,
Hey,
not just
hey,
performance money.
Ramo.
What about the
Ramo,
back end? What did you
Wait a
say,
minute.
TomKat?
I
What
said
did
you want residuals on the back end, not
Yeah.
just performance dollars. You know what I mean? Like
No.
that don't last.
Listen,
That's just show
hold
money.
on, you providing a service. You should be compensated for the services that you provide, good sir.
Penis
She should be-
recognition
Alright.
technology.
She should be
Let's-
charged.
Let's move on. I don't think they have
Yeah.
lenses.
I got an idea.
I don't
We
think they
gonna
have
talk
the
about-
right lenses to detect your penis, TomKat. You got to get a super powerful lens.
Wow.
Damn. We say you need a telescope.
Gentry would know. He's been sucking it for years. Yeah. It's got you back, you bastard.
All right, you hear this guy rapping right here?
Oh
I
gosh.
got the game tatted on me, that's forever. Gang.
That, unfortunately, it sounds good. But that's a member of the MIGOS right there. That's Takeoff.
Take off.
Push it,
Yeah.
push it,
Push it,
run
push
through
it.
Get that bag, come on. Titanic yacht,
Sad story.
nigga to jump on. I know
That's the new song right there with Quavo and Takeoff. The song dropped like the night before he died. It's called Messy.
Messy.
We are playing it on Shaq Fu Radio. Shameless plug. But Quavo and Takeoff, members of the MIGOS, they're missing Offset, he's the one that's hooking up with Cardi B. But I
Yeah.
guess they were at a bowling alley
Hooking
in
up?
Atlanta.
Are they married?
Memphis,
They are
you've been
married.
really following this story, Memphis. What happened? I heard they were trying to break up a fight.
That's what I heard. That they
See.
was at a bowling alley
That's what security's for.
and they was trying to defuse a situation.
Sure.
But then they were with the people that when you check in, they were with those people. So that shouldn't
Now
even happen.
explain to them what you mean by check in, Memphis.
When you someone of stature, you know, and you going from whatever city to city, you always have like big homies, people who pretty much run underground, or you know, you can put on to be like, hey, they gonna look out for you, like, hey, so and so in town.
So they probably expected they were cool with those people. They were going to be cool.
I mean,
with those people.
everybody know those folks. So it's not like, you know, everybody that's publicly known. That everybody know when you go to Houston who you supposed to tap in with.
Yeah.
You know, everybody know that. That's I've been doing that for years.
They were playing dice at a bowling alley.
You know, yeah, they don't. Somebody was saying it went behind a dice game. We don't know the details. I mean, I'm not gonna speculate. All I know is, you know, that shouldn't have never happened. You know,
but it happens way too often, and you find a lot of times in situations that seem to be like this one in particular, it's usually the one that's trying to diffuse the situation or de-escalate the situation that gets the brunt of the, you know, I've lost a couple friends like that, and you know, it's sad, but you know, they say no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah,
I was just thinking it when you were talking.
I have the article here. It says the rapper, part of the multi-platinum hip-hop trio MIGOS, was bowling at the bowling alley and billiards hall where a private party was held. A 911 call received at 2:34 a.m. I always say this, kids, nothing good happens after 2 a.m. It depends on a few
I've had
at your
a couple
house.
Events,
At your house, maybe,
okay.
but not out in public. They reported a shooting in progress.
Yeah, okay.
And officers discovered Takeoff dead on the third level of the bowling alley just outside the front door.
That's a nice bowling at third level.
Outside the front door?
Yeah, maybe they have a parking garage underneath.
I guess.
Yeah, it's like these in these entertainment areas and stuff where they have like all kind of stuff. Yeah.
It says the Harris County medical examiner ruled Takeoff that he died from penetrating gunshot wounds to the head and torso and into the arm. There were roughly 40 people at this event, so not a lot of people. A man 23 and a woman 24 also injured and took private vehicles to the hospital. And they have not found the shooter, according to the latest article I'm reading here at 3:40 Eastern on this is November the 2nd. It says here that the police, Houston officials, are pleading for witnesses to come forward in the killing of a peaceful rapper. People in Atlanta that knew Takeoff well say that he was a very peaceful individual.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell he was just mad chill. He was real laid back.
They were a talented group too, because what I liked about MIGOS was Quavo kind of did the singy song style. And then you had Offset, who had his own style, and Takeoff as well, as we just heard in the song we just played. But they all three had a unique sound, and they're kind of the ones that brought in the skirt. I mean, I don't know how great that was for hip hop.
It was pretty amazing, actually.
But they did make it. Everybody started doing it after the Migos started doing it.
No, I really like Takeoff's style because I felt like he was the one in the group that really flipped the lyrics. He was my favorite rapper out of the group because he was really freaking the beat, the way he would flow. Like you said, like Quavo and Offset, they have more of their own style. But I think those styles, I feel like, are kind of Takeoffs on his style because he has this. He's the one that does the kind of what people call mumble rap, where he's flipping the beat, flipping the beat like that, and I love that.
No, it was actually I was able my guy Jay and Dino, he was like their radio guy for a while, and they came to Wild Splash up in Tampa, and I was able to hang out with them one night, and you know they were pretty dope, man. They set it off like obviously there was a lot of people that were, you know, wanting to go see them, and the after party was packed. They were, you know, all three of them were, you know, they were cool, you know.
They did a Shaq's Funhouse event that we got to go to, and we got to see them all on stage together. Nice. And I was thinking about that today, how it was really nice to get to see them when they were the three on stage together.
Three Migos.
And they rocked it. They rocked that shit.
Yeah, no,
it was
they
badass.
were dope. Yeah.
And they were just so cool. I remember how cool they were on stage.
Yeah.
They didn't jump around. They just fucking...
I've been in the presence of the Migos a few times, and the one thing I remember every time, as soon as they walked by, you smelled that stank. They were smoking weed always.
Yeah.
Those guys reeked like weed everywhere they went. All three of them. You knew when they rolled up. It was like, damn, I smell that. Oh, Migos are here. But they're saying, according to the officials in Houston, that the problem right now that they're the challenges they're facing is the anti-snitch culture that's out there amongst the hip hop artists, and they've long embraced it. The mafioso, snitches get stitches. You a rat.
That's what they call the ops.
Is that something? I'll ask Ramo. Is that something that's still true in the streets?
Are you a rat, Ramo?
You don't rat. You don't tell. You just keep your mouth shut, and that justice should not be served.
I don't know that that's the actual code entirely, and I think some people get it confused. But yeah, no, definitely, you don't you don't want to be a snitch. You don't want to.
You might be next, right? You might get shot next.
Well, I mean, that's definitely a concern. Retaliation is always a huge fear, especially when you're dealing with people that, obviously don't have a lot of respect for life, for whatever reason. Chances are when somebody, gets hurt or situation like that, it's materialistically driven, like, for whatever reason, somebody's fighting over money or possessions or maybe even a lover or whatever the case. Like, that's usually when situations get out of hand and people's emotions go probably further than they expected them to. And, these are the kind of things that happen when you're in volatile situations. And you insert yourself into them, definitely, like, because, you're trying to bring in a different energy to the situation that may or may not be welcomed. You're risking it.
You speak on emotions. You said that some of these crimes happen on emotions.
Sure.
I don't know if you saw the emotion come out of the rapper. Remember the song Penda Penda?
Yeah.
Penda Penda.
Designer.
He's out of Atlanta. He was close with the MIGOS, and he went live on his Insta, and I have some of the audio. Did you see how emotional he got?
I ain't seen none of it.
Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why do we fucking do it? I swear to God, this shit ain't nothing. I'm done rap. Yo, you.
So he pretty much says that he's done with rap. He went on to get really upset for a couple of minutes on his Instagram live. Tired of seeing the culture and rappers getting shot. You can go down the list. I actually have the list here. But Memphis, I'm curious your thoughts on this. You being a black male, another rapper getting shot. I mean, is it time maybe with the rap to dial back some of the songs about shooting up, killing people with guns, or do you think this has nothing to do with that, the rap culture?
What does doing heroin have to do with anything?
It has nothing to do with.
You stop shooting up, Ramo.
It doesn't have anything to do with like what they rapping about, because you got artists of all different genres who sing about some of the same shit.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing Brooks and Dunn in a shoot up, or I'm not seeing
they just don't
Meghan
promote
Trainor.
it.
I'm not seeing Meghan Trainor or pop stars. I mean, you start going down the list.
but
you have P&B Rock.
Yeah,
you
but that's also like
Young Dolph. I mean, how Nipsey Hussle,
Tupac, Biggie,
Pop Smoke. I mean, the hip hop. I mean, they talk about the gang, living the gang life,
the community.
but it seems like when you live
but
that life, you take that chance, right?
It's part of it.
I mean, they talking about what they live.
What they see, what they grew up knowing, sure.
But that's also like your statement. That's some very like suburbia white person shit to say, because.
But I would think you being a black guy, you would be tired of seeing this.
I mean, nobody.
What can we do to make it stop?
Nobody likes to see it, especially when it impacts your race. You know what I mean?
Economic expansion.
When it affects you personally, you know what I mean? You know how many people I've lost to gun violence? Yeah, I know. I almost lost my nephew.
So I think
I almost lost my nephew
a
few months ago. You behind this shit. Nobody likes it. You cannot blame the music. You got to blame the situation, why they're rapping about.
I think it's
what
bigger
they're
than the music.
About. It's big. It is. It's the circumstances.
Right. It's bigger than the music, and I think that's what he's kind of saying, and what he's kind of asking you, and is it something bigger? Is there something else that needs to change, bigger than the music?
It is, but it won't ever happen because it's the United States of America.
Is it all of America though? It isn't, because all of America isn't doing it. But only certain segments of America are doing it.
But no,
let's be honest.
No, you have to be honest. You have to look at the white on white crime and murder is literally statistically is right there with with the same with black on black crime. It's right
not.
there. It really is.
No statistics bear out even.
I didn't say even. I said, but they're very close. And plus, you got to remember, white people are the majority in the country.
They are. And,
but my point is that it's more than a culture thing. It's an American thing. It's an American thing, and people just don't want to admit it. But it's an American thing.
It's not an American thing.
Because when you put people in situations where they don't have access to anything, bad shit happens. It ain't got to be the hood. It's trailer parks, barrios, and anywhere else where there's massive poverty and people don't have access to things. Bad stuff happens. It happens everywhere.
Let me just ask you, how come all the country stars aren't getting shot when they go do country shit in poor places? Or how come all your Taylor Swifts or your pop people or your Harry Styles aren't getting popped in the head when they go right into New York City?
Because they've not from those situations, TK.
That's why I'm saying.
Well,
I'm saying those situations.
I wouldn't say those things don't happen. I mean, I'm sure there's tons of occasions at different rock and country and probably pop as well where a fight is broken out and some shit has gone down. We had that the giant biker fight up in what was it, Nevada the one time?
What, Sturgis?
Yeah, but who got killed? Who was the artist that got killed? I guess we're trying to figure out is
right.
It seems to happen in the hip hop culture.
No,
it seems
definitely.
like it's a bigger cultural thing.
With as far as the artists are concerned,
but it's not a cultural thing.
It's not a cultural thing.
No, the hip hop community seems to lose more artists to violence than probably any other genre artist community. That is probably a fair statement. I don't know the numbers, but just from an eye shot view, it seems like that is possibly the case.
And a lot of times people immediately go to the lyrics and they say, well, is it the lyrics of what people are talking about? And I don't know, would changing the lyrics ever change the culture in hip hop? Does hip hop have enough power? If you change the lyrics, you change the culture. Like if everybody just stopped talking about it today, violence and everything in the music, which is impossible. But if they did, let's say perfect world, would the culture all change too? I
would say, if anything, it's more a generational thing because you had crimes and everything has always happened in music, regardless of who, where, and where. Even when we were growing up, we had gangster rap and all this stuff. People would get shot and hurt and all this shit, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like these days and times. You got to remember, I grew up in one of the city with the #1 murder rate. It's been like that since I was a kid. And
Gary had that.
And outside of Gary, but still, my point is that we grew up in those areas and seen some of the worst of the worst.
Sure.
And it's nothing compared to what it is like today.
So you're making my point. In those areas, that's where these things are.
But they're happening in the suburbs too.
They don't. My neighbor, where I live, I don't see that, and I know it seems like a small anecdotal thing.
But where you live does not represent the entire country. Where you live just represents your neighborhood.
Well, because I have a car, it represents all of Florida mostly, because I can drive around Florida. So it represents here in Miami.
But you don't.
Orlando,
I said
Tampa,
in
places,
the urban areas and also the suburban areas.
So are we talking about artists? Or are we talking about?
I'm talking about. We're talking about the bigger picture.
Well, that was kind of the root of the conversation, I think, because first we started talking about the music, but then he said it's bigger than the music, and I agreed.
It's bigger than the music,
of course. And then Gentry's kind of saying, well, his point is how come other artists and all the other genres of music except for hip hop aren't being picked off like hip hop artists?
I'm trying to think of an artist in another genre that has been murdered with a gun. I'm just trying to think, and I did some research here while you guys were talking. Mm-hmm. I see the last musical artist to be killed, obviously, is Takeoff. Then before that, they have P&B Rock. Okay. Then before that, they have Nebel Hexy. That's Andrea Meyer. She looks like a white woman.
Okay.
And she's a German musician. She was murdered.
There you
go. And then the next one is...
Was she very political in Germany or something?
I don't know. She was born in Norway. I mean, we could let's just read about her. She lived in the United Kingdom. She was living when she was murdered at the age of 52. The Konsberg attacks. This looks like some kind of attack where they rolled into the city and 5 people were killed and 3 others were injured. It was like some vigilantes coming in to kill some people. happened to
The
her.
That shit
Consberg
happens.
attacks.
That
Interesting.
happens.
Next is
That's crazy.
this is Sidhu Muswala. He looks like Arabic Muslim
God bless you.
from India. He was an artist that got murdered. Then Young Dolph. Now we get into a lot of the hip hop artists. It's Young Dolph, King Von, Pop Smoke, Nippy Hussle,
Damn.
Jimmy
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey.
Dipsy, Jimmy Wopu,
Who?
Wapo.
Jimmy Wapo, XXXTentacion.
Yeah.
So we start
Yeah.
going from 2018 to 2022. There's really two that aren't rappers.
Definitely currently disproportionately.
Like the
That
times have
community
changed. Like I
has
said,
really-
the times have changed where these little dudes and chicks too, because the chicks are just as worse. They're out here doing all these heinous crimes and shit. Because one, they ain't got shit else to do. They don't have no they ain't got shit like we had, like no resources. They ain't got no jobs. Like they whole situations is
We got
fucked
a
up.
shortage of people to work the jobs right now.
But these, you don't realize these.
I just don't buy that.
No, you because you need to listen. Most of these folks who are doing these crimes
I hear
are
it.
under the age of 18.
I get that. But you still make your choices at that age. I'm to believe that a child that's that age can decide gender reassignment surgery for themselves without their parents' help, which is what people are pushing for now. But they can't decide not to go and kill somebody.
There's a certain sect of people pulling for that, but I mean,
I'm just
you
saying.
can't generalize society by something that minute like that. That's not valid. But I get what you're trying to say. I for me, it seems that within the hip hop community, just because of the nature of what it is, where it comes from, who performs it, like I said, a volatile situation can put you or anybody else around at risk. And, young people seem to find themselves, there, even, if you were to look at, let's say, like, going to like a rave or something like that, like there may not be the actual threat of like a fight breaking out necessarily and somebody getting killed as much as like a hip hop party, but there's probably a more likely chance somebody ODs on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on the situation, I think is where you'll find the problems or the volatile situations happening. And unfortunately, hip hop can sometimes be a somewhat violent-ish culture just by nature because it's very street.
Very aggressive.
It's definitely aggressive, and it's
And I think that's
what's
one of the
going
things
on
that turns
in,
us
you know,
on. I mean, that's
sure.
why we watch mafioso movies. That's
Sure.
why we watch murder
Sure.
movies.
Sure,
Yep.
Because we get the thrill out of it.
it definitely.
But I just think that if you get to the point where you're a takeoff, I mean, I guess I don't know. Hindsight's 2020, but
Sure.
you try to not put yourself into those situations. But
Well-
it sounds like he was at a private party with 45 people. It wasn't like he was,
Right.
banging in the streets.
Exactly. And he was obviously, according to reports, he was the one trying to help. But I can't, it's more times
How
than
dangerous
not.
that is.
That's
so
the
dangerous.
one. That's always the one.
Especially
that
if it's a
gets
man
caught.
and a woman fighting and they're passionate, get the fuck out of there.
No matter,
Peace out.
just at any time you try to step in to stop two other parties from, making things worse, like you could theoretically be making the situation worse by inserting yourself, because now
it makes
you
them more
have.
agitating.
Well, not only are they mad at each other, now they have a common person to want to fuck up themselves. Like, you don't know what you're walking
That's the
into.
way of looking
like,
at it too.
Sometimes
Oh, for
you
real,
just got-
especially
you-
a man and a woman
you,
fighting.
you got to be careful. And I'm not telling you not to try to be, a good person, and because I would be as well, and I'm usually the one that does try to do that. But
You and me both.
that's the fucking. It's sad that that's what happens in today's world, but it happens, and I'm sure it's happened before. I don't want to say in today's world and
Now, I
sound
gotta
like
say before
Father
I-
Time,
before I-
but it's happening, and it
Before I-
happens. It
before-
sucks.
Before I get some comments, if the man is beating the shit out the woman, clearly
Well, no, you got to
help
get
the
involved.
man out to beat the shit out of her. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Help the man get her.
Kick that motherfucker. No.
Do not condone
Hold her down. No, I'm just kidding.
any of that
Kidding.
here on the Outcast
Yeah,
podcast.
no,
Those
no.
views
We're
are
joking.
theirs.
Never hit
Nice.
women.
I'm looking
Ever.
at the list of musical
even cry
artists
them.
that have been murdered, and I finally do see a white one that I know who he is.
Talk to me.
Dimebag Darrell. Remember
Yes.
from Pantera?
Yeah, I
I
remember
do.
Dimebag Darrell.
He got murdered. He was in the band. One of the guitarists from the band Pantera.
Let me
Pantera.
just say that
And
if
that was
You
in
just said it.
2004.
Why did
Yeah.
he get killed? What was the circumstance?
But if a white person was going to get killed, it would be one named Dimebag Darrell.
Dimebag Darrell
let me just say.
is the one artist that it says here on December 8th, 2004, Damage Plan was performing at a nightclub in Columbus, Ohio.
Terrible.
And Nathan Gale, a deranged fan, rushed onto stage as the bands were playing the first songs of their set list, and he fired off a Beretta 9mm, and the band's head of security tackled Gale, but the shot was fatal, and it hit Dimebag Dave.
See,
Damn.
Thought it was
See,
Dimebag
Dimebag Darrell.
see, shit like that don't happen at no rap concert.
Dimebag
That ain't
Darrell.
gonna happen at no urban situation
What?
because that dude's not gonna make it to the stage.
Nah, he won't.
That happened at who was it? Dave Chappelle? The dude got on the stage with the little knife
and
thing.
what
Yeah,
happened?
but
and
they,
what
Knife
happened?
gun
they
thing.
yeah,
But what
he-
happened?
They beat him up.
They stomped him out.
Before he even got close.
But he had a little knife. He
did.
got right up on him.
He got close.
If he would have had a gun, he'd have got him.
He would have, huh?
If he had a gun, he
Maybe.
would have got him.
I
Maybe.
don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know because if he would have walked up there with a gun, but yeah, no, that should never happen.
Nah.
Should not have got as close as he got.
Hell no, dude.
He
If
was
I'm on
way too
stage,
close for me.
dude, I'm at the club. That could be anybody come to the side
I
of the
don't
stage.
like it when people
it
come
could be
up like
somebody
that.
I
I hate
know,
it.
and they'll be like, "Yeah, no, you can't go up there." I gotta like let them know, like, no, it's cool. Like that's
And
my
that's-
brother.
I mean, especially
like,
doing
That's nice.
doing
That's
what
nice.
we do.
yeah,
You know,
no,
being,
I love it.
when you're a public figure and you're out and everybody has access to you at some point. You know, you just got to watch your shit. You
Yeah.
know, and like I said,
That's why I do
it's big.
copious amounts of cocaine, so I'm always aware.
So it's
It's
And if you
going
do
on.
get hit by a bullet, it just cauterizes right away.
Yes.
All right, we're about out of time. We have to get to TomKat's not so
much
good news.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
It's true
All right. So
and funny.
What do you got?
today is November 2nd, 2022. And I don't know if you knew that it is the Day of the Dead or the Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
Did I
Today?
say that good? Today
Yeah,
is the
you
Day of
did
the
good.
Dead.
right.
It is
All right.
traditional Mexican holiday
It is.
celebrated on November 2nd. On this day, it is believed that the souls of the dead return to visit their living family members. But it is not a somber occasion. It's marked by having fun.
It's a
and
fiesta.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
fiesta.
fun.
Celebration.
Yeah. But only if you're remembered. Like if nobody remembers you, then you end up disappearing in the afterlife.
So they have to remember you. Damn,
Somebody
that
has to
sucks.
remember you in life. Have you ever seen it? What was that movie they made of it? It was a cartoon, Coco.
I
Watch
thought it
it.
was
That's
Back to
what
the
it's all
Future.
about. No, that was
That's how
something
back when they
different.
did the picture and they disappeared. All right.
Nice hood.
What else you got, TK?
Birthdays I got. It's David Schwimmer's birthday.
Oh, well,
Ross
Friends.
From Friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ross.
And Howard Hughes launched the Spruce Goose on this day.
Howard
What's a
Hughes.
spruce goose?
That was the giant wooden airplane. It was like the biggest airplane ever built. It was made out of spruce.
Okay, the
I got a
spruce
wooden
goose.
airplane.
Yep, they
Oh.
flew that on November 2nd, 1947. All right, next one up, we got Iowa teens killed Spanish teacher over bad grades.
Racist fucks.
Shouldn't have gave him that F, you bitch.
2 Iowa
that's fucked
teachers
up.
killed their high school Spanish teacher last year because of frustration over a bad grade,
Yeah?
prosecutors said Tuesday.
No comprende español.
I wonder if he was a Latin king.
No, he wasn't. She
Man
made it,
shot
no.
dead in NYC while bicycling to shoot someone else.
What?
What happened again?
Instant karma.
At least 3 people were shot across the city overnight, which was Halloween, including a latex glove-wearing bicyclist fatally gunned down while pedaling to pull off a suspected hit himself. Cops and police sources said the slain 26-year-old man was riding a bike at a Crown Street and Rogers Avenue in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, around 2 a.m. Tuesday when he was blasted in the head by a drive-by shooter in a dark-colored sedan, cops said.
So how many people were shot on Halloween in New York?
It says...
3? Wow. That's only
not very
3?
many.
Yep.
It's a light night.
Good job.
The
New
shooting
York.
was believed to be gang-related. You
Of
gonna
course.
say
They
me?
usually are, dude. They usually are.
Man creates incredible prosthetic eyes after losing his own to cancer.
Can you see out of him or no?
Yeah, a man who lost his eye to retinoblastoma.
Okay.
As
You
a
should
child-
smoke weed.
as a child, has established a following on social media showing off the cyborg eyes he makes himself.
How's my
Brian
glaucoma?
Stanley shares what he makes on his Instagram and TikTok accounts, where viewers get a chance to see the different designs of colored 10 million views, and TikTok shows how he turned his head into a flashlight with the help of his prosthetic eye.
His head into a flashlight.
That'd be cool to look at.
Really?
I like to see that.
You think?
Yeah, I like to see it.
Also,
I like to see that. I think
gotta
It would
be
go over
cool,
well
man.
on Halloween.
Also, there's a planet killer asteroid with the potential to collide with
I
Earth
saw
found
that.
hiding in the glare of the sun. I fucking told you guys
Yup.
when they started
See?
pushing that asteroid
You're right.
around.
Good call.
Yep.
Wait,
So you
say
think
that
we're going
again?
to send a bomb up
They're
there?
calling these asteroids planet killers. Any asteroid that's over a kilometer across, this one's like a kilometer and a half, with the potential to collide with Earth. It's on an Earth orbit. It could collide with Earth in 100 million years. They found it hiding in the glare of the
All
sun.
right, you're running out of time, TomKat. You got
That's
anything
it.
That's
That's it?
That's the news for this
Wait.
day,
it's
November
not.
2nd,
No, it's not.
2022.
He just rushed you off like the damn Grammys and shit.
The big finish is coming. Here it is. The
Nice shirt.
news
Yeah.
finish. Dun-dun-dun.
I had
So
more,
you-
but you ran it short.
But you, so
well,
you still
that's what she
technically
said.
had like another 20.
She never
Good
says
times.
that. She says, "Get off me, you're done."
Yeah, right. Shit. I'm
Get
done.
off,
You're
you're
done.
done.
Get the hell out of here.
All right, well, we're out
Get
of
off
time
me.
Maybe
already.
she's done, though.
What a show. The Outcast podcast. That was episode number 40. Brought to
40.
you by like a 40 ounce.
40
Big 40.
is the new everything.
That was a 40 ounce show there, baby.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody listening. Make sure you
Tastes
watch us
great.
on
Less
YouTube. You
filling.
can
Do
get
it.
us on Spotify. You can get us on Amazon. We're on iHeart.
Good.
All the apps got the
All of
Outcast
them.
podcast.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're on iHeart. That's
Yeah,
sweet.
we're all over
Hell
the
yeah,
world,
man.
man.
Go Balls, baby.
Go
Get the
Balls.
balls.
Go Balls.
Bears.
Go ahead and beat them
Bears.
them damn Georgia folks on
Shouts
Saturday.
out to Jordan behind the cameras, our director
J
of the
Money,
show.
J Man.
J Money. J
We should have
Cash.
we should have like credits or some shit, you know, just some bullshit as we're doing
We
this.
need to get him a camera too, so he
Yeah.
can
We
put
get
like a
him-
little bubble
we
when he
get him like
floats
a little-
around,
yeah, the
and we'll
little
ask him
bubble.
questions.
Yeah,
he
and
can do like a
shit.
contest.
Yeah, that
like
actually
that.
be pretty cool, like the little Pong thing on the computers and shit. That's just this Jordan.
And a big shout out to TomKat's girl for bringing us great content for the show
Thank
this week.
you.
You know,
Yeah,
big
take
shout
care
out
of those
to her.
corns first.
Yeah,
Then,
If
then
you
we'll
do
talk
it,
about
make
the
sure you split the money with
OnlyFans.
TK.
yeah.
He
Go on
told
a
us
gr-
all about him. Yeah,
Go on
he's
a great
lying.
vacation.
Kick his ass.
You guys should go to Australia. The beaches are really great.
I think we should put up our feet, see what we
I
can
will
get.
totally show my feet right. Oh, damn.
I'd rather
feet
show
off
another
right
foot.
now.
Later.